week over the summer, the wall-to-wall coverage of Brooklyn and Nicola, despite the fact that neither of them really warrants really any coverage, never mind this insane level of coverage. They've been on magazine covers, had countless photo shoots, endless interviews and articles, and it's all really about nothing because it's not like they have a movie to promote, a photography book that's gonna come out, a TV show. There's just really nothing.
The world's most famous football family fractured in public view, one Instagram unfollow at a time. July 2025 brought a breaking point when Brooklyn Beckham, the eldest son of David and Victoria Beckham, severed ties with his younger brothers Romeo and Cruz on social media. This wasn't a sudden explosion, but the culmination of years of tension, wedding drama, and family loyalty tested by marriage. Here's how the Beckham family feud escalated from whispered rumors to a full-blown public split. April 9th, 2022 is where this story begins. Brooklyn Beckham married American actress Nicola Peltz at her family's Palm Beach estate in Florida, with British Vogue featuring the ceremony and the reported cost landing upwards of $3 million. On paper, a fairy tale, but beneath the surface, tensions were already building. The wedding dress sparked the first crack. Everyone assumed Nicola would wear a gown designed by her future mother-in-law, Victoria Beckham. But Nicola later explained to Variety that Victoria's atelier couldn't make it happen.
I think that the use of Instagram in this whole story is incredibly interesting. From my understanding, the feud started when Nicola refused to wear one of Victoria Beckham's designs.
And she had to pick another dress. Valentino Couture dressed the bride instead, and tabloids ran with it as evidence of a rift. The dress wasn't the only incident that night. A source who spoke to E! News described what allegedly happened during the first dance. Mark Anthony had offered to perform as a wedding gift, but instead of introducing the newlyweds, he announced he wanted to welcome to the stage the most beautiful woman in the room, and then called up Victoria Beckham. Brooklyn reportedly froze, unsure what to do, while Nicola left the room crying, according to the source. Victoria later called it a beautiful wedding on the Today Show, and Brooklyn dismissed the drama in his Variety interview, saying everyone gets along. The years that followed would suggest otherwise. Late 2024 brought a new complication: a woman named Kim Turnbull. Kim works as a DJ and model in London, the granddaughter of celebrated Scottish sculptor William Turnbull. November 2024 marked when she went Instagram official with Romeo Beckham. And on the surface, this shouldn't have caused problems. TMZ reported history that changed everything. April 2025 brought the report that Brooklyn and Romeo were not on speaking terms, specifically because Romeo was dating Kim, with the outlet claiming she had a romantic connection with Brooklyn years earlier. According to their sources, Brooklyn and his wife Nicola questioned whether Kim had the right intentions with his younger brother. David and Victoria appeared to support Romeo's relationship, with Kim attending Victoria's Paris Fashion Week show in March 2025. Brooklyn and Nicola refused to be in the same room as her. This alleged past relationship has been disputed. Cruz commented on Romeo's Instagram that Brooklyn and Kim never dated, and Kim herself addressed the rumors in June 2025, writing that she had never been romantically involved in any capacity at any point with the person in question. And nothing between them occurred further than a school friendship at age 16. May 2nd, 2025 delivered the first major public sign that something was seriously wrong. David Beckham turned 50 that day and celebrated with a party in London. But Brooklyn and Nicola were noticeably absent, despite being in England at the time. An insider who spoke to People magazine explained that Brooklyn refused to go because Kim Turnbull would be there with Romeo. Romeo posted a family photo from the party, captioned, "Family is everything," without tagging Brooklyn or Nicola. The absences piled up after that. Brooklyn reportedly skipped Romeo's 22nd and 23rd birthdays, didn't publicly wish his father a happy birthday, and passed over Mother's Day and Father's Day without posts. June 2025 brought reports that the Beckham family had started referring to Brooklyn as the hostage, suggesting they believed Nicola was controlling him. July 2025 brought the real explosion. Harper Beckham turned 14 on July 10th, and Brooklyn posted a birthday tribute featuring a photo from Paris Fashion Week.
David Beckham does describe the 1998 World Cup as changing his life, but not in a good way, as he went through the 90s version of cancellation after this World Cup. He was actually given a red card in one of the semi-finals for clipping another player, and as I explained before, people in the UK are absolutely fucking nut about football.
Cruz and Romeo weren't mentioned at all. And what happened next depends on who you believe. Initial reports claimed Brooklyn unfollowed Romeo and Cruz on Instagram. But friends of Brooklyn and Nicola told the Daily Mail that Romeo and Cruz had actually blocked them first. A source told The Sun that blocking or unfollowing someone on Instagram is like the Gen Z version of World War III. The younger Beckham brothers had been dropping hints for weeks. Romeo posted about being nice to people and not telling unnecessary lies, while Cruz had been sharing cryptic messages since April, including phrases like bloody inbreds, with a laughing emoji. Mid-July 2025 arrived, with Brooklyn and his brothers no longer connected on social media, an unprecedented break for a family that had spent decades projecting unity. Less than a month later, Brooklyn made another move that reportedly devastated his family. August 2nd, 2025, brought a vow renewal ceremony at the Peltz estate in Westchester, New York. Nicola's father Nelson officiated, while she wore her mother Claudia's original 1985 wedding gown. The Sun reported that not one member of the 30-plus extended Beckham family knew about the ceremony or received an invitation. The Beckhams found out when Brooklyn and Nicola posted about it on social media, while David and Victoria were on their yacht off the Tuscan coast. An insider told the outlet that it's a very sad situation.
I spoke to a friend of the Beckhams about this, and I said to them, it's all a bit Meghan, isn't it? And they said, you said it. And I think it's certainly something that they are thinking. And there's a lot of similarities here. And it does feel a little bit, let's blame the woman for this. It's always the woman's fault.
And everyone fears there is no way back now. November 4th, 2025 delivered the final and most public fracture. David Beckham received his knighthood from King Charles at Windsor Castle that day. Victoria attended, now entitled to be called Lady Victoria Beckham. Romeo, Cruz, Harper, and David's parents, Ted and Sandra, were all there. Brooklyn was not. Reports placed him in New York promoting his hot sauce brand Cloud 23, while his father was being knighted. Nicola posted a clip of him carrying product bottles with the caption, "The vibe he brings to the function." A source told Radar Online that Victoria's heart is broken over Brooklyn's snub, that she's tried everything to mend the relationship, and that this feels like the final blow. David reflected on the day himself, saying it had been such an emotional day, with more emotion than nerves, and that there had been a few tears. Brooklyn's first Instagram post after the ceremony wasn't to congratulate his father, but to promote his hot sauce. Followers flooded the comments asking why he hadn't attended, with one writing that no one cares and asking if he was going to say well done to his dad. Sources claimed King Charles and David actually bonded over their estranged sons during the ceremony, with a guest reporting that David smiled for the cameras, but everyone felt the ache. After all of this, any chance of reconciliation seems distant. But something happened recently that offers a glimmer of hope. Cruz posted an Instagram story featuring an old 2021 photo showing Brooklyn, Romeo, and David together, adding the caption, "Love you guys," with a heart emoji. That marked the first time in years Cruz had publicly referenced his eldest brother. Brooklyn and Cruz still don't follow each other on Instagram. The family hasn't publicly addressed the feud, and according to sources, Brooklyn and Nicola seem content in their own bubble. What makes this family feud fascinating is that it's playing out in real time, on social media, in front of millions. This family built an empire on their image. David and Victoria have been together since Brooklyn was a baby, weathering scandal after scandal while projecting unity. Their children grew up in the spotlight, with every milestone documented and celebrated. And now the eldest son, named after the city where his parents fell in love, appears to have chosen a different path. In 2025, David Beckham became Sir David Beckham, without his firstborn son by his side. Brooklyn renewed his vows without a single Beckham present. Three brothers who grew up in matching outfits are no longer speaking. A source close to the family may have said it best. It's a very sad situation, and everyone fears there is no way back now. Whether that's true, only time will tell. But for now, the Beckham family remains divided, and the world is watching. If this video gave you something to think about, leave a comment with your thoughts on whether Brooklyn and his family will ever reconcile. And subscribe for more stories like this one.